You've done everything right. You've followed every protocol. You've injected the hormones, taken the medications, and spent thousands of dollars. But your IVF or IUI failed, and now your doctor says, let's try again, without any explanation of why it didn't work the first time. If you're watching this video, you're probably feeling devastated, confused, and maybe even angry. You might be wondering, what went wrong? Was it bad luck, poor egg quality, or is there something else going on that no one is telling me? If you're new here, I'm Dr. Marc Sklar, also known as the fertility expert. For over 22 years, I've worked with thousands of women who've experienced failed IVF and IUI cycles, and I can tell you this, your treatment failures are very likely not random, and they're definitely not just bad luck. Today, I'm going to share the hidden reasons why IVF and IUI fail that most reproductive endocrinologists never investigate. The real stories of members from my HOPE Fertility Program who discovered what was actually preventing their success, and most importantly, what you can do about it right now. But before we dive in, I want to invite you to my free masterclass where I walk you through the proven 5-step system to transform your fertility and reignite your hope to get pregnant. This includes specific strategies for optimizing your body before and during fertility treatments that have helped thousands of women improve their outcomes. It's completely free, and I'll leave the link in the description below for you. Here's what I want you to understand from the start. IVF and IUI are incredible technologies, but they don't fix underlying problems. They bypass them. And when there are underlying issues that haven't been addressed, even the best embryos and perfect timing can fail. I've seen this story countless times in the HOPE Fertility Program. A woman comes to me after multiple failed cycles, and she's been told that she just needs to keep trying, or that it's a numbers game. It will work out in the end. But when we do comprehensive testing, the kind that looks beyond basic fertility labs, we find very specific, very treatable issues that explain exactly why her treatments have been failing. Let me share some real examples. One member discovered she had silent endometriosis that was creating an inflammatory environment preventing implantation. Another had autoimmune issues that were causing her immune system to attack her embryos. Yet another had hidden infections that were interfering with the implantation process. These are not rare conditions. They're common, identifiable, and treatable. The problem is that most fertility clinics don't look for them. So let's move on to point number 1. This is what I'm calling the implantation problem. The most heartbreaking situation I see is when women have beautiful, genetically normal embryos that simply won't implant. The clinic will often blame this on bad luck or tell you, let's just try again. But there are specific reasons why implantation fails that can be identified and addressed. Implantation requires much more than a good embryo and a thick lining. Your immune system, inflammation levels, blood flow, microbiome health, and even stress hormones all play crucial roles in whether an embryo will be successfully implanted and develop or not. In the HOPE Fertility Program, we test for things that most clinics never check. We look at natural killer cells, which can attack implanting embryos. We check for microbiome imbalances in the uterus and vaginal canal. We assess inflammatory markers and autoimmune factors that can prevent successful implantation. I had one member, Lisa, who had multiple failed transfers with genetically normal embryos. Her doctors could not explain why. When we did additional testing, we discovered she had silent endometriosis. Stage 3 endometriosis with no symptoms, actually. Her doctor was shocked and said, I would never have done this testing. But that's exactly why we needed to do it. After addressing the endometriosis through surgery and our comprehensive protocol, her next transfer was her most successful, carrying the longest she had ever had. She told me, if we didn't do this testing, I would never have known, and I would have just kept spinning my wheels over and over. The key is understanding that implantation is a complex biological process that requires your entire body to be in optimal condition, not just your reproductive organs. All right, number 2, the inflammation factor. Chronic inflammation is one of the biggest hidden causes of IVF and IUI failure. It can prevent ovulation, damage egg quality, interfere with implantation, and create an environment where even perfect embryos just can't survive. Inflammation often comes from sources that are never investigated. food sensitivities, gut health, blood sugar imbalances, chronic stress, environmental toxins, and autoimmune conditions. These create a hostile environment in your body that prevents successful conception. We can do comprehensive testing to identify sources of inflammation, including food sensitivity panels, comprehensive stool analysis, and inflammatory marker testing. Then we can create a personalized protocol to address these root causes that are individualized for you. I recently worked with a member who had 2 unsuccessful IUIs and was preparing for an IVF cycle. When we tested her, we found significant gut dysbiosis and food sensitivities that were creating chronic inflammation. We spent 2 months addressing her gut health and reducing inflammation. She didn't need IVF. She conceived naturally within 2 months of following her personalized protocol. The problem is that most fertility clinics are treating symptoms, not root causes. They give you hormones to stimulate ovulation, but they don't ask you why your body isn't ovulating naturally, or even if it is ovulating naturally. They transfer embryos, but they don't ensure your body is ready to receive them. Number 3, the egg quality mystery. I cannot begin to tell you how many times I've heard members say their doctors told them they have poor egg quality after failed cycles. But egg quality isn't fixed. It's influenced by your overall health, stress levels, nutrition, inflammation, and cellular energy production. Egg quality is primarily about mitochondrial health, the powerhouse of your cells that gives your eggs the energy they need to mature, fertilize, and develop. This can be improved with the right interventions, regardless of your age. So we focus on supporting mitochondrial function through targeted supplements like CoQ10, PQQ, and NAC. We address oxidative stress with antioxidants, and we optimize nutrients to provide the building blocks your eggs need. We also address stress, inflammation, and toxin exposure that can damage egg quality. I worked with Lisa, whose doctor told her she had poor egg quality after multiple failed transfers. When she came to me devastated, I told her there's absolutely no reason, nothing that I see that indicates you have poor egg quality. That gave her hope, and the real hope that she needed to keep going. The truth is, many factors that affect egg quality are completely within your control. Poor sleep, chronic stress, inflammation, blood sugar imbalances, nutrient deficiencies, these all impact the quality of your eggs, and they're all addressable. Another member came to me after being told at 42 that her eggs were too old. After working on her overall health, reducing inflammation, and supporting her mitochondrial health and function, she conceived naturally and had a healthy pregnancy at 43. Remember, you only need 1 good egg each cycle. It's better to focus on optimizing quality of that 1 egg than it is to stress about quantity and how many eggs you have. Number 4, a comprehensive approach. Most fertility clinics focus on one thing, getting you pregnant this cycle. But they don't address why your body isn't getting pregnant naturally or why treatments keep failing. This leads to repeated failures and increased frustration. In the HOPE Fertility Program, we take a comprehensive approach that addresses all the factors that influence fertility: hormonal health, immune function, inflammation, gut health, stress levels, nutrition, sleep, environmental factors, and so much more. We identify and address root causes, not just symptoms. Instead of just stimulating ovulation with medications, we ask why your body isn't ovulating naturally. Instead of just transferring embryos, we ensure your body is optimally prepared to receive them. We create personalized protocols that address your unique root causes. One member came to me after spending $40,000 on failed cycles. She said, "I know that right now I can't do another egg retrieval, so I want to see what we can do to improve our odds." We discovered she had PCOS, blood sugar issues, and inflammation, and these were all affecting her egg quality. After addressing these root causes, her next cycle was much more successful. If you're tired of failed cycles without answers and you're ready to discover what's really preventing your success, I want to invite you to book a personalized fertility assessment with my team. This is where we will review your treatment history, identify what might be missing from your current approach, and create a comprehensive plan to optimize your fertility before your next cycle. This isn't about replacing your fertility treatments. It's about making them more successful by addressing the underlying factors that might be causing them to fail. You can book your assessment using the link in the description below. The path exists for you too. You just need someone who knows how to find it and to guide you to it and through it. I know how devastating failed fertility treatments can be. I know the financial stress, the emotional exhaustion, and the feeling like your body is broken. I know the isolation of going through procedures that are supposed to work but don't. But I want you to know that your treatments didn't fail because you did something wrong or because you're broken. They failed because there are underlying factors that haven't been identified and addressed yet. In the HOPE Fertility Program, I've worked with women who've had multiple failed IVF cycles, countless negative pregnancy tests, and were told by their doctors that they needed to consider donor eggs or even surrogacy. Many of them went on to have successful pregnancies, many times even naturally, sometimes with treatments that finally worked because we addressed the root causes. Your failed cycles are not evidence that motherhood isn't meant for you. They're signs pointing to specific issues that can be identified and addressed. You deserve answers. You deserve comprehensive care, and you deserve success. Your failed fertility treatments are trying to tell you something important, and it's time to listen. The comprehensive approach and testing you need does exist. You just need to know where to find it. In the HOPE Fertility Program, we've helped hundreds of women discover the real reasons behind their fertility failures and go on to have successful pregnancies. We don't accept unexplained as an answer, and we don't believe in just trying the same thing over and over. If you're ready to stop accepting failed cycles as just bad luck and start getting the comprehensive support that you deserve, I want you to check out my personalized fertility plan and assessment. This is an assessment with my team. We will review your complete treatment history, identify what might be missing from your current approach, and create a detailed plan to optimize your fertility and improve your chances of success. This could be the conversation that finally gives you the answers and success you've been searching for. I'm going to leave the link in the description below for you. To keep learning about fertility and hear more success stories from women who overcame treatment failures, check out these HOPE stories from other members of my program. You'll find the playlist link in the description as well. And if, like them, you want my help and want me as your fertility coach, remember to apply to qualify for the HOPE Fertility Program by using that link in the description below. Until the next video, stay fertile. And remember, your failed treatments are not failures at all. They're information pointing you toward the answers that you need.